Hello there everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm coming to you with a new wrap and chat video, and I think this is potentially the third video of these that I have filmed on my channel, although I'm not entirely sure if it's the second because it doesn't feel like I've been making YouTube videos for 3 Christmases. But maybe I have, I'm not entirely sure. I would have to go back and double check. But it's basically just a video where I sit down, wrap presents and chat to you all at the same time. So grab yourselves a cup of tea, a cup of hot chocolate because it's the festive season. Sit back and relax. I hope you enjoy the video. Before we begin, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down below. And other than that, let's get started, shall we? So every time so far that I've sat down and either filmed one of these videos or a little mid-year chat or update, it's been to give you some massive life goals or life updates that are happening within the next sort of 6 months. This video is going to be kind of different because I don't actually have any of those, and I will talk to you a little bit more about that later on in the video. But I thought what I would do instead is take what I said to you all in like June time in my mid-year catch-up and update you on how those things are going. Also, a little disclaimer before we begin, I'm actually wrapping Charlie's birthday presents. As I'm filming this, it's actually Charlie's birthday tomorrow. Today is Monday the 5th of December and we've actually had an extended weekend because of annual leave. We spent a lovely weekend together in Manchester celebrating the end of her 23rd year and the start of her 24th year. That was a treat from me and kind of her main big birthday present, and we actually had such a lovely time. And we stayed in a gorgeous hotel called the Edwardian by Radisson Blu. It was a hotel and spa, and you could use the spa as much as you like whilst you were there, which was really nice. You don't always get that. Sometimes you have to book a time slot. So we had a lovely time enjoying the facilities. We ate lots of good food. We had a walk around the Christmas markets. We did a little bit of shopping, all that good stuff. So we feel very festive, but also in such a celebratory mood because it's her birthday tomorrow as well. So I suppose I better unwrap this and start pulling out presents to actually wrap. So I feel like I should probably just wrap the biggest present first, just to get it out of the way and give myself some space, because you can't see it but the floor is a state right now. This is her first present. I don't want to say too loud what it is because she is just sitting upstairs, but I will put on screen what it is basically. Oh my gosh, that took way longer than was necessary and it doesn't even look good. This is what it looks like from the front, which is fine, and that's probably the way that I'll have to place it up, because at the sides or on the tops, whatever you want to call them, it's just so messy. I don't know how people have the ability to wrap presents so neatly and beautifully. I never have done. For now though, let's jump back to June and I'll give you a progress report on one of the updates that I gave to you all. So the first update was that I had started my new job and I was starting to feel really settled in it, starting to develop a routine and enjoying what I was doing. So this week I will actually hit my 9-month anniversary of working in the job. If you're new around here, I work in the community mental health team. I'm a group facilitator. There's lots of things that are evolving with this job because it is a new role. So my roles and responsibilities kind of change each week, if you like. So it's been quite exciting, but I also needed to be quite adaptable. Sometimes it's been quite frustrating. There's been loads and loads of changes since I last updated you all, but overall I am still enjoying it. I enjoy the variety that comes with each day. I also love the fact that now I'm more settled, I can work from home a lot more. A, it saves a lot of money on petrol, and B, it just switches up the environment. I also really enjoy just working by myself, getting my shit done in the silence at home on the sofa, because if I have a lot of paperwork and things to do, I get so distracted in the office just chatting away all day long. So there's a variety in terms of the role and responsibilities, but there's also a variety in terms of my workspaces. I also work from numerous different offices, which means I get to see so many different people like each day, and when you look at how many people I see in a week, it's really amazing. So it keeps me quite social, which is great because I don't have many friends outside of work. So I'm really enjoying that aspect of things. There are obviously some downsides. You're never going to enjoy every single part of your job, but I think the downsides for me are quite manageable, quite workable. There's solutions to them, which I am kind of working on, and I will get back to you once I found those solutions. But update number 1, my job, it's going well, it's still going well 6 months later, and yeah, not much more to say on that front. Let's wrap another present, shall we? This is the next present. You can probably guess what it is by the box. Let's give this a little cut though, and I will leave the camera on so you can enjoy the sound effects of the paper, although this is really cheap paper, so it's not really giving the moment. Oh, I can never decide whether I love or hate the sound of paper cutting like that. I feel like it kind of reminds me of scratching a blackboard, which really just makes me shiver from head to toe. I hate that sound, but then it also feels quite nice, like as you're doing it. It's really like sensory, isn't it? Again, I will wrap this and get back to you. I feel like wrapping the presents off camera and then coming back to you when they're done kind of defeats the purpose of a wrap and chat, but I just get so stressed out doing it if I don't concentrate enough. So yeah, it's gonna stay as it is, but that one actually went much better. I feel like the key to a good present wrap is putting off the right amount of wrapping paper, and on that first one I had loads of excess, which is probably why it's quite baggy, whereas this time it's not as bad. I feel like that's actually quite good, so we're gonna go with that, and I'm quite pleased with myself. I'm also going to cop out a little bit because I have bought 2 of these, which are bath bombs. Charlie's really been getting into those recently. We kind of go through phases in this house, and as you can imagine, I am not going to attempt to wrap those with paper. I am actually going to shove them in this little gift bag. Hopefully both of these fit in. Yes, they do, they fit in nicely. So there we are. That was a really easy wrap and chat on camera. I feel like I should just put everything in gift bags now to make it so much easier, but that actually looks quite cute, and it adds a little bit of variety, doesn't it, so that it's not all just the same coloured paper. So another update that I gave you back then is that myself and Charlie had actually bought a house. Now, this was something that was such a journey. If you follow my channel regularly, you'll have seen that there was a whole like house moving series, and there was one video that I uploaded, something titled like the whole process of us buying our new build house or something like that, which literally documented the journey from start to finish, if you are interested in checking that out. Finally moved into our house on October the 27th. So we've now been in our house for just over a month, and things are progressing, but things are progressing really slowly. So we're just making the best out of what we've got. We're just choosing pieces and things that we absolutely love, and that takes A, time, and B, money. But we are in the house and we're finally feeling settled. Although it's not complete, we are feeling settled. This does start to feel like a bit of a home now, not just a house. I do look forward to coming home at the end of the work day and just getting into bed and getting all cozy. I just can't believe it. 16-year-old me could never ever have imagined this for herself. I honestly, like, I get so emotional when I think back to me then and me now and kind of what's changed in between. I'll probably talk to you a little bit more about that in a minute or two. But yeah, 16-year-old me would be shocked that I am sitting with a Christmas tree this beautiful, a house this beautiful, like a ring on my finger. I've got engaged since I last filmed a little mid-year chat or wrap and chat. Like, I'm a fiance now. I actually just can't believe it. Like, this life is madness. It's actually so mad. And with that thought, I will wrap this present which I have just shown you, and once again get back to you afterwards. That one also actually went really well. I'm so happy with that. I'm getting myself a nice little pile together. Things are going okay. There is literally no need to stress. I don't know why I get myself so worked up about wrapping presents, but there we are. Let's give you all the last little progress report, shall we? So the last update that I gave you in June is that I was going to apply to the clinical psychology doctorate. Now, if this is one of the first videos of mine that you're watching, A, welcome. B, if you didn't know, I studied psychology at uni for my undergraduate and my master's, and the plan for me was always to apply to the clinical psychology doctorate. I just didn't know when. But in June I had decided that I wanted to apply, not because I felt I was ready, but because I thought if I can get an understanding of the application process, it will strengthen my chances when I am actually ready. Since then, a lot has changed. People kept saying to me, I know you're expecting to get rejected, I know it's just to get an understanding of the process, but never say never. Like, what if you do actually get accepted? And so I kind of started thinking about that, because obviously the chance is there. I do meet all of the entry requirements, otherwise I wouldn't apply. I just didn't expect to get in because it's so competitive. But I started to think, well, if I did get accepted, it's obviously not something that I can turn down, because you can't defer the doctorate, you have to just do it. And I wouldn't just give away my place because they're so hard to get, and there's no chance that I would get it again if I got offered it. So I couldn't turn it down, which would mean that next September I would start back at uni. And I just wasn't ready to do that. Like I say, at the moment I'm enjoying my job, I'm enjoying how things are going. And so when it came around to application season, which is September to November, I did a lot of reflection, a lot of questioning, and I basically just didn't end up applying, which is, it's so crazy. And I don't even know how to explain it to you and how to put into words like what I'm feeling. Why is Alexa kicking off playing Meghan Trainor? Ah, I made you look, I made you look. Alexa, stop. I feel like Charlie's just been fiddling with that upstairs and wanting to play it up there, but it's playing down here. Where was I? Yeah, it's really hard to put into words how like that actually came about and my feelings at the time. Let me have a little think. So I think I just summed it up myself really nicely actually when I said that 16-year-old me would laugh or like just question or think no way if she looked ahead at where I am now at 23. I just wouldn't believe it. Back then I was living in a rough rundown area, I was in a job that I didn't enjoy, but I also couldn't see past that. So when I went to uni, I already exceeded all of the expectations that I had for myself and all of the dreams that I kind of had. And unfortunately for quite a long time, I kind of forgot about that. And I know that sounds really weird because you just never forget like where you grew up and where you came from and things like that, but I actually just forgot that I never had these dreams as a 16-year-old because I never got that far. And I feel like I'm not explaining this very well, but for the longest time I've always been striving for something bigger, for the next best thing. I just have been go for so long that I don't think I've ever properly allowed myself to just sit back, relax and enjoy the moment. I've always been working towards something. And recently when it's come to goal setting, I've really struggled to think of massive ones, not because I'm lacking ambition or passion or anything like that in any way at all, but just because I'm happy. And it's the first time in my life where I finally feel secure and happy in so many major aspects of my life. And I think when it comes to goal setting, because I feel like I do, there's nothing that I necessarily want to change within the next 6 months or within the next year. I kind of just want things to stay as they are. And so that's why I didn't end up applying to the doctorate, because I'm just not ready in myself. I'm not personally ready. For the first time in my life, I'm actually ready to just press pause. And in doing so, I actually think there's a lot to gain from that. I feel like it's going to give me time to learn more about myself, feel more comfortable and confident within myself and loving towards myself, give me time to practice my hobbies, like learn new hobbies, find out new things that I love and enjoy. And also to have a bloody well-earned rest. Like, I deserve to press pause. I've been go pretty much all of my life up until now. So that is my update. Things are staying as they are and I am happy. And to be honest, that actually feels like the best update that I could ever give you in one of these videos. Now, that's not to say that in a month or two's time I won't completely change my mind and find a new goal that I want to work towards. That's absolutely fine if I do. If this reflective phase that I'm in at the moment has kind of taught me anything, it's that life is completely unpredictable and we are going to end up in situations that we never imagined or pictured ourselves in. I feel like I have rambled on so much, and this is definitely going to be a long one, so if you stuck around, congratulations, and also thank you for just listening to my thoughts. I really enjoy filming these videos every 6 months because I feel like that's just a nice amount of time to actually get some updates together for you, and also to have reflected enough to sit down and kind of spill the tea. I know it's kind of just pointless words, but it's nice for me to also watch back and see where I've been at in different stages in my life. So I do hope you've enjoyed that random spillage. Hope you've enjoyed watching my awful wrapping. I do have those 2 to wrap that I've got left, so I will go and do that now and leave you to it before this video ends up being a whole hour long. But do let me know any major updates in your life that you would like to share. What are your Christmas plans? Are you feeling festive now? Because this video will go up much closer to Christmas, so if you're not, then I suggest you get a hot chocolate down your neck and head to the Christmas markets, or put your favourite film on the telly, get your warm fluffy socks out, because it is time. The big 2-5 is now fast approaching when this video goes live, so I want to wish you all a lovely, wonderful and Merry Christmas, however you're choosing to spend it. Even if it's by yourself, I really hope you have a lovely, relaxing or chaotic day, whatever you choose. Thank you for listening to my ramble once again. If you enjoyed, then please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down below. Stick around to see the mid-year chat in 6 months time and how things have changed and progressed. And other than that, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let you go and enjoy your evening, week or weekend, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon in the next one. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.